Now, y'all did say this was going to be my last video today, but this really is my last video today. I'm already walking toward the door to go in the house, right? Because I'm really done with this. Okay, I'm done. I love making videos, though. I really love doing this. And you know I love doing it because I got my YouTube deleted last year, and I worked real hard on it, and I had to start all over. But I really love doing this. And anything that you want, anything worth having is worth fighting for. And if you really want it, you'll keep freaking going. Okay, so let's talk about dwelling in your feminine and your masculine, which I've made a video about this, but in case I haven't posted it, or I've posted it and you don't want to go back, or this just pops up on your algorithm or whatever, I don't know how it'll work, right? Look, there's the light, there's the skin. Y'all, I love when that sunlight hit. It be like, no filter. Ooh, that's another video. Oh, I gotta talk about that one today. Okay, God, you be speaking, bro. I'm about to have the content for May already. Okay. Oh Lord. Okay, didn't even know that. Getting a little hot in here. All right, let's talk about the filters after this video. All right. So, when you are dwelling in your feminine, you're going to be soft. You're going to be nurturing. You're going to be loving. You're going to be intuitive. You're going to be caring. You're going to be all the things a woman. You see what I'm saying? You're going to think of a woman. You're going to think of how soft she is. You're going to think how loving she is. Caring. You're going to think of her. When you think of a man, you're going to think of him being standing on business. You're going to think of him as being confident. You're going to think of him as sticking to his goals. You're going to think of him as being goal-oriented. You're going to think of him as being driven, as the one that sticks their neck out there. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what it is. And we're not talking about a man or a woman that you know in your life. Although if you do, shout out to them. You understand? But anyways, that is what you think of when it's masculine and feminine energy. And too much of either of them can mess you up, right? Last year, I was dwelling in my feminine. I said, yeah, I'm in my feminine. And, you know, I just wasn't even thinking about being in no masculine because I was like, baby, I don't need no job. I don't got to work. I just do what I want to do because I'm just that girl. And, you know, life is just going to take care of me. And, you know, I'm just going to live a simple, easy life. And I'm in my soft girl era and this and that and the third. And that's just how life goes for me, boo. Baby, whole lot of ignoring the masculine. And how I knew I was ignoring my masculine is because I would set goals and I couldn't stick to them. I would say, oh, I'm gonna work out. I wouldn't do it. I'm gonna post a video. Wouldn't do it. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it when I feel intuitively called to do it. But my thing is, you also have to have a balance. You have to balance the both. You have to be in your feminine and your masculine. And this goes for man and this goes for woman, because all the examples that I just gave are not just for one person. It's not just for one sex. You understand? When you're a man and you have kids, you have family you care about, you have to be nurturing to that family. You have to be loving to that family. You have to listen to that family. Look at this light. Oh my God. These thumbnails are going to be fire. Anyways, so yeah. And men are like, oh, I don't have a feminine side. That is your fucking problem. Why do you think that your relationships aren't lasting? Why do you think people don't want to tell you things? Because you explode. Because you're too much in your masculine. Okay, so you need to have a balance. You need to learn to be in your masculine. You need to learn to be in your feminine, right? Because women, when you are in your masculine, you set goals. You stick to them. You get things done. You're driven. You're goal-oriented. You get things done. You stand on business. You set boundaries. You stand on them. Your no is a no. Period. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm just calling out some things that I see. I hope that you're catching on. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is how you have a balance. If you flourish too much into one and not the other, then you're going to be off track. Okay? Last year, I was in my feminine way too much. Thought life was going to take care of me. Wasn't setting goals. Nothing like that, right? This year, I'm driven. I wake up. I say, I'm going to work out. I don't care how I feel, baby. Because let me tell you something. I feel so much better after I work out. Look at my skin. I say, I'm going to eat fruits and vegetables. I'm not going to eat meat. I'm going to think about it. There's always a choice. You always have the choice to make a choice. Okay? There's nothing but meat here at this party. I'll tell you what. I'm going to wait till I get home. If I have to say, okay, well, I'll take this time to fast, self-discipline, self-control. Self-control is very attractive. It really is. So, even if you have to fast, hey, when I get home, I'm going to devour an egg and avocado sandwich. Oh my God. If I have to go to the store and get me something to eat, if I only can eat the sides, whatever it is, if I have to eat before I go, you got to do something. You have to think ahead. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? So dwell in your feminine as well as your masculine. Have balance, but dwell in both. Okay? I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. There will be a next video.